up to you because I didn't realize that, you know, that it was you / didn't want to make you uncomfortable. But here we go. We're loading up into game one between Sandstorm and Seabass. And Sandstorm playing this Tesca, rocking the boots. And when I was talking to Sandstorm a little bit earlier today as well, he was telling me that he believes that like boots are like pretty weak. And I don't know that I agree, but like, oh my gosh, he didn't get the wall touch there.
No, he did not, and he loses it all as Seabass takes the first stock. Oh my goodness, he is cooking right now. We'll get the scoreboard updated for you shortly here, but Sandstorm is in fact on the Tesca, and Seabass is in fact on the Teros.
Yeah, here we go. Nice little end line coming out from Seabass. Manages to get the spot dodge from up throw as well. Like Sandstorm definitely getting caught unaware on that first stock. What a way to start things off, right? Like that is simply just the power of Teros. It has the ability to snap on you in a moment's notice. I like the choice here, going for the down air on the extension, and then gets the nair to the side air as well, and it's enough. Beautiful string coming out here from Sandstorm. And the Tesca's looking good. Yeah, the boots response was great. I mean, Seabass had a really strong start, but Sandstorm was able to go ahead and respond in tow, and at this point, yep, has gained the damage lead. Wow.
I like that from Seabass, throwing out the nair to give him some space. Also the ground pound there, but unfortunately it gets called out by Sandstorm as now the recovery comes in, and Seabass is getting put through something that you definitely don't want to see yourself in, which is a multiple extension, multiple dodge read, edge guard when you're off stage versus the battle boots. Seabass now holding the center stage. Goes for the big GC signature. It works out. We pick up a hammer now. One hit away. It's guess for game for Sandstorm.
Yeah, one stomp is all it takes.
We drop it!
No.
That's such a big drop. And Sandstorm gets the down air as well, so no D-light side air to punish the landing. And now Sandstorm had an opportunity, but throws it away with that side light. The scoop, the score, Seabass up a stock.
Just like that. Yeah, it's really interesting to watch because Seabass has effectively been kind of getting like beat out by Sandstorm in the neutral game a lot, and then he gets one opening, and then he goes for like a pretty powerful read that puts Sandstorm in a terrible position, and then just like that is able to convert.
Runs all the way across the stage after Sandstorm respects Seabass and takes a very passive way back to the wall. Seabass getting a scoop there. That's some nice damage. Seabass playing very confidently right now. A nair into side air. Sandstorm in a bad spot. The chase dodge outwards. Goes for the recovery. Sandstorm gets back to the wall though and goes for the charge signature. Seabass getting the weapon toss. Nice. Going for the ground pound. The recovery. Just too horizontal to get beat out by the ground pound. Good stuff from Sandstorm to get back to the stage.
Yeah, the spacing on that was immaculate. Manages to get the D-Light Sair as well to secure the stock. Has quite a bit of damage racked up. That is a Teros there. So a Stomp Sair, even in this like orangish, will be enough. And that end light is going to be that added extra deal sealer there. Beautiful timing on that dodge. I mean, Sandstorm, you get hit by a side air here, you're going to be losing your stock probably, unless it's from one side to the other. Another Hail Mary down signature. This time it's not going to connect. Good timing on these dodges from Sandstorm. That's the LAN power-up.
Just a D-light and a side air is all it takes for Seabass here, who gets a side light. That's a big drop from Sandstorm, who gets a weapon toss and a recovery. Seabass takes game number one. His demon, he just took a game off of him. It's been 2-0 in the last time they've seen each other. It's been pretty Sandstorm favored. Seabass puts his name on the board though.
Yeah, Sandstorm honestly kind of SDing there in that final stock. I think he did like a jump ground pound or something there, just kind of wasted a few resources. I know he definitely didn't intend to do that. You can kind of see it here. He just jumped and then ground pounds and then fast falls, and it's like, well, it's really hard to come back from a situation like that just because you're so limited in what your recovery options are, which means you have to go to the wall to refresh your options, and because of that, Seabass just has to place the hammer recovery in the right spot. So all things considered, really good game one, but for some, you know, you would argue that Sandstorm kind of gave it away.
The question for me is this enough momentum for Seabass? It got down to the wire. You win off of effectively an SD. Is it enough of a momentum shift for Seabass to conquer his demon here? We'll have to see.
Okay, boots are back at Sandstorm's feet. He's out here swinging, doing his best Chun-Li impression. So far, it's working out. Baits out that dodge from Seabass, but isn't able to punish it. Gets caught, man. I mean, the timing here, right? Like, I think Sandstorm has been a little bit spot dodge heavy, and Seabass has been able to call those out with those down airs. But is that going to be enough?
Nice signature to punish the end-sig attempt on the hammer. Seabass has to take a tricky way to get back. It's not enough. Sandstorm getting the side air there.
And just kind of showing off that movement a little bit. And gets beat on the star, won't actually have a weapon at all. He was hoping maybe to get the second hit there, but now waiting for the spawn. The spawn's on the right side, and now he's equipped with some boots. Seabass throws his weapon away there, so Sandstorm in a great spot to go ahead and get some extra damage. That's the read there with the down. The reset tries to actually read Seabass dodging through him. That's what I expect about the way that Sandstorm plays the game sometimes. Like in a situation like that, you don't even have to go for a read that hard. But like if you feel like you're in your opponent's head, like there's no one better, more accoladed in Brawlhalla history than Sandstorm at making his opponent look foolish once he has a read on them.
It was good to see that stock from Seabass there where he punished Sandstorm, who was trying to put out a proactive move with that side air. He lands with a side air of his own, jumps over it as well, expecting that stomp from Seabass. Seabass looking for this edge guard now on the wall, gets the side light, sends Sandstorm off stage. Not a happy place to be versus Teros. Another side light, the Sair follows up but doesn't connect. The end light comes out. Seabass now stuck in a bad spot.
Yeah, I have to give respect to Sandstorm for not jumping in that situation. Manages to get the
dodge.
pick up there, into the nair, into the side air, and it's not enough, unfortunately. Oh my god, if he got yoinked there, that would have been real bad.
D-light into down air. It's an interesting start here when he tries to set up a juggle. Sandstorm lands back down. D-light into side air is a big deal, though. Seabass now with an opportunity. The other side light, damage relatively even there, going for the GC, but the GC side light into the wall, into recovery was so smart from Sandstorm, but doesn't KO the Roman Reigns. And now Seabass with an opportunity to steal this stock lead. No, not quite. End light comes out from Sandstorm.
Oh, and just barely not enough resources there to go ahead and get the wall touch. That's going to be an advantage for Sandstorm. Minute, but an advantage nonetheless, using these weapon throws to go ahead and break the mold. Trying to bait out Seabass. Seabass doesn't bite. Instead, just goes for a stomp into the side air. Tried and true, always works to go ahead and bring things back to even. Sandstorm, you know, already down a game. Definitely doesn't want to be down 2. The reverse 3-0 feels a lot heavier than trying to claw your way back after the sets 1-1.
Rising with that side air there, Sandstorm getting a little bit of a side light string, but he's not getting the extended reads. Bat's about to be in now, going for the side light. Seabass, a little bit too much respect on Sandstorm's options, but no respect there as the recovery comes in. Sandstorm barely able to make it back, but it continues there. No full Mafia, but you get a GC down light into recovery, the D-light into side air. Sandstorm, weapon toss. Seabass, can you lock it in? He can't. Sandstorm makes it back.
Just like that, Sandstorm honestly with an immaculate display of defense. You know, willing to play off stage versus camera, very brave. That stomp there almost enough, has to fastball, and the gravity cancel side light covers that option, right? I mean, that's why the weapon throw is so good in the edge guard situation. You throw that, you force a dodge, or you force your opponent to have to fastball low to go under the weapon throw, and then because they burn so much of their verticality, they have to jump immediately afterward if they want to have a shot at touching the wall. You cover that with a gravity cancel unarmed side light, they have nowhere to go, you get the stock.
Man, Seabass with one more game to lock in his top 8 placement here versus Sandstorm, someone that's beat him twice in their previous meetings. This will be a big deal for Seabass if he can get it done.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's looking poised to do so, right? I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, the question has kind of been, a lot of players have been saying, Teros is so strong, Teros is so strong. You have 2 options. You can either beat him or you can join him, right? And some players have decided to take the, what do you call it? The option of beating them. Then, like, a lot of people have been playing Orb for that. They've been playing Fate. They've been seeing some Dusk. Even been seeing, I mean, Balloon Boy playing Mega Man. Like, you know, people are trying different things. Sandstorm's answer has been Tesca. It hasn't worked. But now, we have Sandstorm on Imugi. Okay, honestly, I don't know that. I'm trying to think. I don't know that Sandstorm has ever played Imugi in tournament.
Can we check where Brawlhalla's controller is right now? Is he playing? He's using his drip too.
Hey, I'm with it. Listen, I mean, when you don't know what to do, is Imugi the choice? I don't think so. But Sandstorm's greatsword is actually really good.
Top 8 with Magyar.
Yeah, he did. He won with Magyar.
Yeah, he's really good on greatsword. And I mean, if you're going to tell me that Sandstorm's axe isn't good, I'd be like, probably you're wrong. Big side light there from Seabass, also getting the down air to scoop, but Sandstorm with the side air almost enough to KO GC. End light a little bit ill-timed in space, landing with the side air, doesn't find it there, but the end light does come out for Sandstorm, who is showing some prowess on the sword, and that's the end signature. Getting the big anti-air uppercut with that axe. And
I like the mix-up there as well. I think a lot of people would have thought that Sandstorm would have pushed for an end light on the way in from Seabass, but instead he backs up, reads the jump, and is able to punish that. But man, Seabass has been so good with those gravity cancel unarmed side lights. Basically, if Sandstorm commits to pressing the recovery button, it's like a muscle that Seabass flexes to say, oh, it's time for me to gravity cancel side light now.
Nice punish on that signature. He doesn't get much for it, and Sandstorm actually retaliates much more effectively, but Seabass on top of it. Nice movement from Sandstorm, kind of dominating on the axe right now.
Yeah, going to be onto the greatsword soon here, though. Ends up throwing that away. Goes for the D-Light there. Takes the time. Oh, and immediately into the side.
That's a Brawlhalla.
A bit of a 50-50 right there as well.
Absolutely. You have to dodge up, I believe, to get through it. If you dodge through, might not be fast enough. Sandstorm going for it all with that down signature. Another down signature comes out. Seabass fighting right back with the side light into Nair. Doesn't come out and doesn't work, but another landing side air into Endlight. And now Sandstorm is stuck off stage in a bad spot. D-Light comes off again, but we punish the recovery with the side air, and Sandstorm with a stock lead for the first time in the set, I believe.
Yeah, and Sandstorm sticking with the greatsword as well. Wants to try and rack some good extra damage. Immediately going for the 3-hit string, a bit greedy, and then gets punished for it in a big way. Down to the final stock. Is this turtle dragon gonna be enough to make potentially the start of a 3-0 comeback?
Go for it all here. Landing with the Nair doesn't work.
Ooh,
That's a side light. That's a nice 3-piece there for sure.
Oh no! Okay.
Landing side air. Here we go.
Back here, and Sandstorm has mainly done the damage here. One more dodge read. Seabass might just be at the stock. And there's an opener. No dodge pressed from Seabass. Sandstorm gets an air as well and goes right to the axe. At this point, it's a little bit safer of an option to play with. Oh, he was kind of refreshed to grab that greatsword, but it gets snagged away from him. But at this point, you're like, oh, don't get yoinked. Don't get yoinked.
Seabass knows what he wants. He knows what he needs to get back in this game, landing with the side air, forcing Sandstorm, but the down stick comes out and it KOs coast to coast. Sandstorm with a smile on his face is a dangerous man as he takes game number 3.
Yeah, you definitely feel like, I don't know, he's a clown for sure, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure in his head he's like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna pick a Moogie. If it works, it is what it is. If it doesn't, like, I'm fine with it.
Do you know where we are in bracket right now? Is this a top 8 quality? It's Elim top 24, right? Okay, so this isn't for top 8. I thought it was for top 8, but nonetheless, this would be a big deal.
Yeah, no, and the thing is too is like, all right, cool. Like Taros particularly has been a bane for a lot of people in this bracket. If you're able to get through this one, who's to say that the next set that Sandstorm plays isn't easier for him in that regard? You know, I mean, you would think a lot of the time that like the further you make it in bracket, the harder your matches are, but sometimes it's just not true. Like sometimes you just get an easier head-to-head further on in bracket if you're able to beat the one person that's giving you a tough time. So we'll see how things kind of shape up here. But now this greatsword is starting to wake up. And, you know, a lot of people never figured out the greatsword matchup, to be honest. Like there are still people, especially now, like if I'm preparing for tournament, I'm not preparing for the greatsword matchup unless I think I'm going to play money.
Oh, Sandstorm is cooking right now on it. I mean, he's getting so much damage. Seabass avoiding that end signature, but I mean, it's basically a matter of time before you get hit by a signature, not really if, it's more so when, as Sandstorm continues to throw out these KOing options and other sides that gets punished.
Yeah, wanted that side sig and definitely could have gotten it there. Ooh, into the wall.
He's cooking?
He hasn't spent his recovery yet, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, he's going to spend a lot and just get punished for it. That's actually extremely patient play from Sandstorm. Sometimes you just have to be okay with getting hit and not spending any resources because, you know, eventually they're going to spend so much trying to KO you but not being successful that you'll be able to get back and then punish them for it later.
No dodge. Oh, Sandstorm, if he gets the bridge there, that's a big deal.
I mean, still good damage racked up. Oh, into this down signature
that's the money
as well. Oh, gets you on this time
Oh.
around though. Yep, you can't. It's Taros, man. But like the thing is, like they're always gonna try, and every time they land it, you're always gonna feel stupid. Like
yeah,
it's just one of the.
Oh my
the
goodness!
oh my
wait a minute.
gosh.
He landed, dude. I was like, wait a minute, what's gonna happen?
Nice catch. Did he land? He did land there, so it's going to be a harder edge guard for Sandstorm, but he does have the starve here and only needs basically either a signature or a dodge read to KO Seabass right now. Tries to go for a read on the dodge in, it doesn't work. Mafia.
Almost full Mafia. Doesn't get to extend it there. Landing with the side air, Sandstorm with a great reaction so far. Gets hit by the sideline, but you're happy to get hit by that as the recovery comes through. But Seabass now closing in here. GC and Sig doesn't connect and doesn't. What if KO'd potentially landing with side air?
Yep. Sandstorm with a good spacing, saying I'm not going to fall for that this time around, but can't seem to secure the knockout. And you know, at this point, I mean, Endlight in the corner will probably be enough. Not from here. Actually, it is because Mugi has so much strength that it has the oomph to do so. And now right back to that greatsword. Honestly, if I'm Sandstorm, if I get one dodge read before I lose my stock, I'm happy.
Seabass going for it all there with the down air. You get flipped, you get tapped in. Sandstorm going to game number 5.
Look at his face, dude. He is cheesing. He is like, man, I mean, he's shrugging about it. He's like, this is silly. Why is this working, you know?
Hey, bro, what are you doing, bro? That's Thanks, Mooney, or what are you doing? Yeah. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, that down air was extremely well placed. I have to give it up to Sandstorm's defensive play on that stock because the way he was able to drift to the left once he recognized that Seabass was coming out and then get around and over him to poke him with the down air was extremely, extremely good. But even then, like, there's part of me that's like, Seabass, like, if that connected, like, I'm still trying to, I guess you could chase dodge up. Honestly, you spent a lot there for what wasn't the last, you know, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So we're going to game 5 and 281 damage on that greatsword.
Game 5.
So you already know that, like, what the plan is for Sandstorm here. And we're going to Western Air Temple, which, you know what, I'm happy with. You want a stage with platforms if you're Seabass, if you're trying to make this happen, right? Obviously, the less platforms there are, the easier of a time it is for Sandstorm to go ahead and mince you up when he's trying to catch your landings. Man, the way he's able to jump up diagonally at a 45-degree angle and then turn around and cancel headlight is really good. He's catching people's movement really, really often with that. Whoa.
Weapon toss upward there, and now we see Seabass taking the lead back here, fighting back, picks up the weapon, looks to line up the down air or the ground pound, and Seabass takes very little damage and might be figuring out how to crack that shell that Sandstorm has on his back on this Amugi pick.
Yeah, a really well-placed ground pound from Seabass. If you do it into the stage like that, you can actually kind of stall the speed at which he falls. And so that's he was able to land it like that. But man, Sandstorm answering back here, almost gets the stock.
Ooh.
Beautiful. Wow, what a conversion there.
That's real? I've never seen anyone do that. That was sick.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this guy, he cooks up stuff that no one else does. There's a reason he's the most revered man in all of Brawlhalla.
Ground pound in neutral, man. He's getting away with murder in some of these situations, but it doesn't matter because the Amugi is sharking this platform. Okay,
Top by the side air, trying to regain some footing in the neutral game, but Seabass playing more across these platforms is making it harder for Sandstorm to figure out how to go ahead and get these openers. These side airs fall. Oh no!
Oh, that's really bad. And now Seabass with an opportunity. He goes for the ground pound on the wall. Sandstorm barely enough aerial drift to avoid it, and we get back to center stage. Side stick comes out. Sandstorm sidelight whiffs, and we whiff moves, and no big punishes.
Oh, and Sandstorm once again reading the dodge in, not able to get it. Gets caught there. Gets just barely around the weapon toss. Needs to get a weapon. Not going to be able to get that one though. Seabass starving him out. D-Light recovery should buy him some time. There's the spawn. Has an axe now. Perfect spot dodge on the side air from Seabass. And an even more perfect punish with the stomps there.
Seabass now one stock away from taking on and beating his demon, beating the goat of Brawlhalla in Sandstorm, but Sandstorm won't make it so easy. Seabass starting the party with the end light there, going for the nair to try to catch Sandstorm, getting back to center, but another signature comes out, and now Sandstorm with a very, very nice weapon starve gives him a chance.
Yeah, and also has another great sword queued up here. So it looks like Sandstorm is just full specking into the great sword. Great chase. He's reacting to these dodges now, not even going for the reads. Saying, you know what, I believe in my ability as just a god gamer to go ahead and help carry me with some of these punishes. He lost his recovery there.
Okay, we see the scoop attempt there. We avoid the cider. It went through Roman Reigns' head, but it didn't connect. Sandstorm now holding onto the stage. He's a hippo in the water. He's looking for it all, and Seabass takes it with the cider. Seabass 3-2 over Sandstorm, denying the reverse 3-0 and beating his demon. The last 2 sets they played, Sandstorm has beaten him every time, and the West Coast is alive at midseason.
Yeah, just like that, Seabass able to get the turnaround on, I mean, the former world champ multiple time even, but just, I mean, beautiful edge guard seek, looking at some of these replays, was able to be clutch in the moments where it counted, and I think some of that in Mugi lower speed also played a pretty big factor here, where there were moments where it looked like Seabass was able to get like these